What's up, everybody? Um, first let me kill this light in the background. It's drowning everything out. My bad. Um, everybody is well. Everybody is having a great weekend. This is gonna be a late video because I couldn't get my poll list and everything done until late. I had a lot of personal stuff going on, a lot of work stuff going on. So that is my fault. No real excuse. I should get that handled, and I should always have these done on time. But sometimes life gets in the way. That being said, I actually had a weird list, poll list this week. It was hard to pick three comics because I read a lot of comics and none of them really stood out to me. I got two solid ones that really caught my eye, and then nothing. And I thought, oh my God, I'm not gonna have three comics. But then something weird happened. I went to a thrift store and I saw something that was awesome. That's gonna make this poll list a little different this week, but I think you guys will enjoy it. I think you guys will go with it. Um, Man, it has been an interesting week. Well, let's not get into that, but let's start with let's just talk about the comics and what I'm going to suggest for you guys this week, what I read and what I thought was really awesome, and then we'll see what happens. My first one just keeps coming back every month, even though it was on a hiatus for a little bit, and it's actually getting ready to come to a close. Invincible. I love this series. I love it to death. This series is so awesome. Great writing, great art. The story is so cool, and we are now reaching to that like rocket ending. We finally did it. We are at the end of all things. Invincible has finally hit the tipping point. Thrag is back. He's putting in work. He is determined to kill Adam, Eve, Mark, aka Invincible, and determined to kill their daughter. That's not kind of in the plans for them. The parents are not going to be going down that route without a fight. And when this all said and done, Mark's resolve to take things up to the next level will be stronger than ever. That's all I'm going to say. All I'm going to say. But this is a really good issue. Action packed. Lots of stuff happens in this. Major resolution happens that I'm happy comes about. And just read it. Just trust me on this one because now that we are at the end of the previous arc and we are now hurling towards the end of all things, I cannot wait to see how Invincible wraps up over the next 12 issues. Good stuff. Good stuff. Next up, I keep I'm a champion for this series. I love this series so much because it's just so much fun and it feels like it's taking heroes from Marvel back to the old school and back to how they were supposed to be. I'm talking about Champions, or in issue number 5, Gwenpians, because Gwenpool is a part of the squad this time, a forced part of the squad this time. Um, this one really struck a note to me because it's heavy on the racism and xenophobia, and we kind of have a lot of that here in good old America right now. So, with the Champions focusing on focus on that topic, and also Gwenpool adding to it, I thought this was an amazing issue. Great art, an awesome story, something that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to, because it feels like Marvel's kind of hitting it on the nose with everything in the news and how things are turning out nowadays. It feels like comic books are just basically saying we're going to pull whatever we can pull from the news and make it a story. And a lot of these books are coming out or have been written like months in advance, and it's just like future, just like telling the future right there. So it's really, really, really interesting stuff. But one of my favorite issues right now to see the Champions minus Miles Morales and go toe to toe dealing with some racial xenophobia issues. Loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Now, for the weird part of the poll list, because I couldn't find a third comic that I really enjoyed this week and be kind of freaking out about it, I did some digging and actually stumbled across something that I completely forgot about, but a series that I really think everybody was gonna love. I'm talking about The Boys. Garth Ennis, some talented, talented, dirty writing. Uh, I don't know what to say about The Boys other than I love this series, and I'm trying to go back and actually collect all of the trade paperbacks for them. I have 1 and 2, now I have 3 and 4, and I still have 6 more to go. Basically, if you don't know what The Boys is about, The Boys is about a team of anti-superheroes. When I say anti-superheroes, basically they work for the government. And their basic role is to keep superheroes in line. Superheroes act up, they do things that are very unbecoming, and the boys get sent out. So this is the Frenchman, the female, Mother's Milk, Wee Huey, and Billy Butcher. Five of the hardest, most badass people in the world. Well, in this world anyway. And you're asking, well, why are they going after heroes? I mean, aren't heroes, well, heroes? Well, not all the time. Um, they say absolute power corrupts absolutely, and the boys, that's true. You got superheroes who basically, yeah, they go out and save the day, they do what's right, but they're doing it for endorsements, for money, for women, for fame. They're doing it for themselves. They're doing it for the id. And it ain't pretty. It is not pretty whatsoever. You have rapists, you have basically you have a version of the Justice League in this series, and for one of the new characters, Starlighter, to get on there, she has to do something seriously despicable, seriously dirty to get on the team. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I want you guys to read it. But I'm gonna give you a heads up. If you are a minor or a teenager, do not pick this book up. Do not read this unless you're at least 18 years old. Trust me, don't touch it. You're gonna do it anyway, but I'm gonna do my part and say don't touch it because there's some hard stuff in this. Yeah, but definitely that's why this one's weird. Pick up The Boys if you can find it anywhere. I went to a thrift shop to find some of the older ones because they are very hard to find anywhere else, and it was also a lot cheaper. So if you can do that, go hunting. Good luck. Find this series, read it, love it, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the next series that premieres on HBO because you can't get it anywhere else. AMC ain't gonna touch this one. Nah. Um, those are my polls. That was a little weird, a little rough this week. No, I'm sorry. I have been dealing with a bunch of stuff and trying to do some changes around here, but it's all on the back end and it's very hard and it's very stressful when you're doing it by yourself. That being said, I will try to make sure that everything goes smoothly again next week and we're back on time, we're back on schedule, and everything is wonderful. So without further ado, I'm out of here. I love you guys. Thank you. Like this video, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Get out of here. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next week. See ya.